You give me hope, the strength, the will to give on.
Hello everyone, this is Chef Michaela of Seafood Galore.
It's Mervic Vicky Monosilio, and I would like to invite you tomorrow. That's the
Alice, and I'm inviting you all to watch JhermiNATION help our.
So on behalf of One You Connect, we would like to thank One Nation.
Hi everyone, I am CJ Little. I am your creative
Karandang, yung Mrs. The Booking UK 29.
Hi everyone, I'm Irene Coloso, and I would like to...
Ako po si Christine. Gusto ko lang po kayong i-invite sa interview.
Instructor and founder and co-creator of
Churito. I'm inviting everyone to join me.
Montes, and I'm inviting you this coming February 24.
I'm an actor, singer, and entertainer.
I'm currently the Director of Skilled Healthcare International.
I am a newly arrived nurse here in the UK.
Space Organization Coach, and I would like to invite you to join.
Hello everyone, good morning and good evening to everyone.
Everyone, my name is Victoria. I'm a UK-based transgender actor.
Of Artist Venue UK, please join us on
Watch me tomorrow, June 9, at JhermiNATION Facebook page.
UK time, and we're going to be talking about how I manage.
Join me on JhermiNATION show this coming 2nd of June 2021, hosted by.
And I'll be joining the live stream of JhermiNATION.
7 p.m. UK time.
I'll invite the JhermiNATION show happening on May 12, 7 p.m. Philippine time.
Check me out on the JhermiNATION show from the UK this Sunday, May 2nd.
On Sunday, April the 18th, 7 o'clock London.
The founder of KNC Music and Arts.
28th of March, I will share my patient.
Exciting to you all, watch us this Wednesday, 24.
Imagine all the...
What would you tell your 12-year-old self? If you're in front of your 12-year-old self, what? It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart. Without saying a word, you would light up the dark. Trials are made, I can never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you catch me whenever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. Yes, hello everyone. Warm greetings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from right now, and welcome to JhermiNATION TV, our hub for health, arts, and business. And I'm your host, Jeremy, here in London. And I take it that you're all doing well and keeping safe wherever you're watching from right now. So please write on the comment box where you're watching from so I can give you a shout out. And of course, some thumbs up and hearts will be very much appreciated. So don't be shy, give it a try. Click those buttons now and don't forget to share this live stream for today. And of course, we are live simultaneously on our YouTube and Facebook page, JhermiNATION. Welcome there, everyone. We're also live on One Nation Awards Facebook group. Welcome to all those who are watching right now in that Facebook group. Also live in Musika Silangan. Hello, welcome. We're also live on JhermiNATION Get Champion Facebook group and on Discovery Facebook group as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. And there's a Facebook user saying hello. There's no message, but thank you. And there's a Facebook user saying hello, Sir Jeremy Roy. Hello, din to you. I'm afraid I couldn't. There's no name, so write on the comment box what your name is so I can give you a shout out. Ricky Gaurano Baruela. Ricky Baruela, welcome here in JhermiNATION. Yeah. And yes, please share this live stream. And of course, if you are new to JhermiNATION, don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and to give our Facebook page a share and a like. Yeah, so please, give us some love and appreciation. And is there anybody celebrating their birthdays today? Today is the 6th of February. And for this month of February, for all those who are celebrating their birthdays, this is for all of you.
Such an act of desecration was completely unimaginable. The Egyptian people were rapidly appalled. Although the northern kings immigrated upon the troops of Europe, the destruction was irreversible. The origins of Egypt's royal past runs through. Of course, the problem with such types of destruction is that there's very little left of Egypt's religious system. But clues do remain if you know what you're looking for. Today, what's left of the violation?
Yeah, and shout out to all those who are celebrating their birthdays today and for this month of February. So what preparations are you doing for Valentine's Day, guys? Just out of interest. Wow. Anyway, let's get on to it. All right. So, of course, germination wouldn't be complete without the seed that we can plant into your mind and let it germinate because we believe that everything starts from within. So, our inner works for today is take it away, Mimi.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Inner Works, where everything starts within us. For this week, let's start off the day by creating a safe space where we can speak our truth and live our authentic lives. I'd like to share to you this special quote from Abraham Hicks, a spirit guide channeled through Esther Hicks. You can check them out in social media and through Hicks publication if you are keen in reading books and reading materials. This quote, the greatest thing that you can give yourself is freedom from what other things. This is a life lesson that if I may say so, I have to learn and unlearn. So I have to learn to love myself and live my authentic life, which is what is true for me, and not to always seek validation from others. Because every time we seek validation from others, we always end up wearing masks, layers of masks, just trying to fit in. And if you do that, you are actually giving your power away to others. You are giving the key to your happiness. Because guys, always remember, the right people will hear you right. The right people will love you right. The right people will understand and accept you wholeheartedly for who you truly are. No masks, no validation, no any hidden agenda. So if we start to give ourselves the freedom from always seeking validation from others, we are taking back our power to be who we truly are. Remember guys, your timeline of whatever achievement, success, and you wanted to achieve, you don't have to seek validation to fit in to others, especially in this world that we live in. Your timeline is your perfect time. So chill. We came here for experience, and our experiences are individual to each other. And the best thing that we can do is to live our authentic lives, to have that experience and be an inspiration to others through our stories. So I think this is something that is worth sharing. And if you think so, please like and share and join us in JhermiNATION. This is Mimi Millie, sending my love and light to you. See you next week.
Yeah, and thank you very much. That was really very thought-provoking, you don't have the freedom from what others think. Yeah, that is very important, especially these days. Thank you very much for that inner works, Mimi Mili. And now I would like to introduce our very special guest for today. But before I bring him in, let's just... All right, so are you ready for our very special guest for today? Okay, let's bring him in. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Mohammed Karolia, who is an accountant for 22 years now and is also the owner of B.O.W Accounting Limited, or B.O.Y Accounting Limited, based in Yorkshire. Good morning, Mohammed. Welcome here in JhermiNATION. Please greet our live viewers.
Good morning, everybody, and good morning, Jay. Thank you for having me on.
Yes, thank you for doing this with me as well, this live stream. And you are based in Yorkshire, right? Yorkshire?
That's right, yeah. Based in the south of Leeds, in a small town called Batley. And that's based in West Yorkshire, yeah.
Oh, wow, amazing. And how is the weather right now there? Because since last night, it's, it's like there's a storm, like strong winds and rain as well. How is it there right now?
Well, at the moment, it's a bit drizzly, but it's bright, so a lot of fake sun, so we'll have to wait and see.
All right. Good. Amazing. And I just would like to welcome those who are joining us as well. Carlito Arim, welcome here in JhermiNATION. And we also have Chica V Blog, welcome here. Atina Alcantara, welcome. Welcome here. And there's somebody saying, hello, sis Mimi Miri Chica B.O.W. And welcome here. Welcome. All right. So, Mohammed. Okay. So, I always do this to my special guests. And nobody escapes my quick fire questions. This is part of the JhermiNATION experience being here in JhermiNATION live stream. Okay, so basically, I'm going to throw you questions and you will going to answer it by the first thing that will come into your mind. So it's just a way of knowing you more, warming you up. It's cold in Britain at the moment. And of course, having fun here in JhermiNATION. Okay, are you ready for this one? All right. Ready, Mohammed?
As ready as I will be.
Okay. Mohammed, sleep or eat?
Sleep.
Sleep. Beer or wine?
Ooh, don't drink alcohol. So if I did drink, I'd say wine.
Wine. What was the last thing that you Googled?
Last thing I Googled was soccer, football.
Football. And apart from your face, which body part you look most in the mirror?
My body.
Your body.
I'm trying to lose that middle-age spread.
Same with me. I always look at my tummy. And Mohammed, if you have a superpower, what would it be? If you have a superpower, what would it be?
Superpower. I would say speed.
Speed. Wow. First time I heard somebody answered speed, actually. Amazing. What was the lie that you recently told?
A lie that I recently told?
Yeah.
I would say it was a long time ago, and I think it was to my son. I said to him that if you lie, forget Pinocchio's nose, you're going to have a big, big chin.
Opportunity or security?
Opportunity.
Save money or make money?
Make money.
Possession or creation?
Creation.
Memory or imagination?
Both.
Just one. Just for the sake of the quick fire question. Yeah.
Memory or imagination? I said memory.
Memory. Experience or innovation?
Experience.
Experience. Mohammed, if you have the attention of the whole world right now for 10 seconds, what would you like to say?
What would I like to say to the world if I had 10 seconds would be a good human, be truthful, and never run away from an opportunity to help someone else.
Yes, amazing. Well done. I love that. Amazing. I hope it wasn't too much of a surprise for you having these quick fire questions in here.
It wasn't too much of a surprise, but it was fun.
It was fun. That's the main thing. Having fun here in JhermiNATION. All right. So what treat are we in for today, and what value can we give our live audience in our live stream for today? We are episode 50 here in JhermiNATION season 2. And I always look forward in doing JhermiNATION because I always learn from my special guests. I try to make that a point. And I also believe that we learn from each other's experience. It's good to learn from your experience, but from others' experiences as well. It will be better. And I'm calling all the nurses, individuals, or small or medium enterprise. It will be the end of the financial year. And if you have any questions about accounting, all these sorts of things that we don't really understand, that's why we invited Mohammed here to give us an overview, because this is our edutainment show. We entertain and we give information. We educate as well. So please share this live stream, especially to my colleagues who are doing full-time or even part-time agency. There will be things that you might have something niggling at the back of your mind that you would like to ask. Please share this live stream to all your friends. All right. So, Mohammed, you've been in the industry for 22 years, right? In
That's
the
right,
accounting
yes, since I
industry.
was
Yeah.
18.
So just looking back, out of curiosity, was this really your first choice as a profession when you were still thinking of what you're going to do in your career? Was this really your first choice, being an
No.
accountant? Or all right, that's interesting, isn't it? It's always the
No, it
case.
wasn't.
Same as with me. So please tell us more. What was your first choice before?
Well, when I was young, young lad, about pre-teens, I was very, very sporty. And
Okay.
one of the things I really wanted to do was go into soccer or any form of sport. But I picked up a lot of back and knee injuries and never worked out. However, as I got older, I thought, is law an opportunity or is it accounting? I met a friend who was already a lawyer, and he basically said to me, if you could rewind the clock back, you'll be an accountant. So I thought, okay, study accountancy. And
Okay.
22 years later, here I am.
Wow, amazing. So, when was actually the moment? Because you are the founder of this firm, Bookkeepers of West Yorkshire Accounting Limited. Is that correct?
That's
Yeah.
correct, yeah.
So, when was the moment that you said to yourself, "I want to put up my own company instead of working for somebody else"? When was that time that you said, "I'm
Oh,
gonna"?
that's a good question. um, what happened was, once I got my professional qualification, I realized that I don't have any physical accountancy practice experience. And this was, believe it or not, 8 years ago. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go to every accountancy firm, small ones, and ask them, if you're looking for an accountant, although I've got accounting experience, it's all in industry. However, I wish to learn practice accounting. Once that went through, learned the whole trade inside out. And I thought, back in 2017, you know what? I'm never going to get rich working for somebody else. I'm going to do it myself because I know I can do this.
Yeah.
For it, and the rest is history, really.
Wow, that's really amazing. Amazing. Well done, well done. Of course, there were challenges as well along the way when you were putting up the company. What were the challenges that you had, and how did you deal or overcome it while you're putting up the company?
Putting up the company, I think the main challenges I had was challenge one was it's not easy or cheap to run a company like a professional company because you need to have an operator's license, be regulated by HMRC, anti-money laundering, and so on and so forth, and having the insurance and everything put in. And as I mentioned, Jay, that I worked for somebody else and you don't make a lot of money working for somebody else. So I didn't have a lot of capital behind me. So I just picked up my credit card, paid everything through that, racked up a huge credit card bill. However, on one client, earning nothing. But I do pride myself in the experience I've picked up over the past years. One of them being sales. So I just utilized my skills I picked up working in sales and obtained as many clients with my honesty and my sincerity and worked with them accordingly. And before you know it, the company's self-sustaining and we're looking to expand further.
Wow, amazing. You've mentioned quite key points in there, that and I just want to echo it as well. You don't get rich working for somebody else.
That's right.
It's better just to do it yourself. And the answer will always be it's gonna be worthwhile. It's gonna be worth it despite all the challenges that you will face. And sales is very important as well. It's impossible to do business without any skills or knowledge in sales. I know there's a lot of things coming in, online that, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to sell, blah, 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 all this rubbish, But the main thing is we sell, we sell every day, When you go for interview, you're selling yourself to the manager. How are you going to be, you have to sell yourself. What is your edge among other applicants? So in that way, we are sellers by nature. If you have a child, you have to sell your idea that no, it's not a good idea to get this toy right now. Can we do that some other time? That is selling the idea, So people uh, just automatically think of a product when they say selling. They always, oh, I'm not good at selling, but people don't realize that we are all sellers from the very beginning since we were born, and we sell our
That's
ideas
right.
every time. So yeah, good, as what you said, you have experience of sales, you got all those skills, and trust, honesty, you operate that way, and that's how you build your clientele, and you said the rest is history, and then the company just grew from there. Wow, that is really amazing. And would you encourage other people to do the same, not just in accounting, but there are other industries that, I mean, you've been in the industry for a long time. If somebody's been practicing for a long time in a particular industry, would you recommend that they put up their own company eventually, or sooner rather than later? What would be your recommendation or advice?
My recommendation and advice would be, if you've got the skills and you've got the confidence, learn to word it correctly. If you word it correctly, to let other people know and make them aware of your product, your service, but
Mm.
don't just oversell it. Don't exaggerate. If
Mm.
anything, make it slightly humbled. At the same time,
Mm.
be honest, be sincere. And when you be like that and you show them that you got the knowledge, because people will on the spot interview you, you don't realize it, but they do. So when you
Yeah.
say, for example, in my profession, I'll say that I'm an accountant, they're going to
Mm.
interview me without even realizing they're interviewing me. They'll say something like, what's IR 35? How do I save money on tax? Can I claim this item on my company?
Yeah.
And I have to know the answers quick fire, like how you did earlier, Jay.
Yeah.
You have to be able to constantly be on the go, and that's with everything. And if you turn around and say,
Mm.
"Oh, I don't know," people will be thinking, "Well, how are you in the industry? You don't know."
Yeah. As what you said, as long as you believe in yourself, that you can do it. Give it a go. Give it a go. And
Give it a go. Go for
yeah.
it. Don't be scared, because if you be scared, you'll never get it. And if you believe in yourself and you go for it and you be honest with yourself and honest to your customer,
Mm.
the sky's the limit.
Exactly. I love that. Sky's the limit, because some people has got limiting beliefs that I don't have this one. I'm not good at this one. These are all just all limiting beliefs. It's what you said. You have to believe in yourself. But if you're limiting yourself, which is a self sabotage itself on its own, you'll never go any further for what you believe you can do. Wow, that is really amazing. So tell us more about what you do as an accountant. Not most people know what accountant really does.
True.
Tell us more
Well,
about
tell you more about accounting. Well, a lot of people,
an
I've actually
accountant. Yeah.
asked, yeah, actually, you be honest, to be honest with you, Jay, a lot of people get bookkeepers and accountants very confused because they
Oh
think
yeah.
of a bookkeeper being a lesser than an accountant. Not
Mhm.
necessarily, because a bookkeeper has more intimate knowledge as to what the accounts are all about, because what they'll see is they'll see what the sales are, what's selling a lot of. And in terms of purchases, exactly the same. You see what's been bought, what's been sold a lot of. And along with your services, what key services and core positions are being sold. That's what a bookkeeper would understand and
Mm.
help develop the final accounts. Accountants just look at the final product and say, where is what being sold? What is being saved at? Is it in reflection to the economy as it grows? And where will this go and be translated to HMRC? Now, that is the main bread and butter of an accountant. But a lot of people
Mm.
just say, oh, accountant, he's the person that knows how to save money on tax. Not necessarily. If you utilize an accountant correctly, they can be able to advise, explain, push forward ideas in your life, ideas in your business, how to grow, how to expand. In essence, think outside the box. And if
Yeah.
you've got a bookkeeper who's also an accountant, he can look at your paperwork in great depth and say, do you know what? This is where you need to be focusing your efforts and growth.
I see. So a bookkeeper, are they necessarily accountants as well, or
Yeah.
bookkeepers, are they accountants as well? Yeah.
Yes, they are, because bookkeepers have more day-to-day knowledge of the books because they are looking at the accounts every single day. So when it comes down to creating the final preparation to be submitted to HMRC, they will have specific knowledge of what each figure is made up of. Whereas the accountant, when he only gets the paperwork and submits it to HMRC, he will only know, well, he or she, should I say, will only know what those figures are to be said to HMRC. But if the accountant is able to understand without in-depth knowledge, that's one thing. But the bookkeeper will have in-depth knowledge, what the figures are made up of, everything.
So the accountant has got the snapshot of everything,
In
but
essence,
the bookkeepers has more detailed
That's
information of everything. Wow, amazing! You know what? I just remembered my mom is actually a bookkeeper.
Yeah,
I
well,
never
she
had
will
the
know a lot
I
of
never had
things.
the chance. I never had the chance to ask her what specifically you do as a bookkeeper. When you were young, bookkeeper. Oh, book. Do you keep books?
Like librarian.
Yeah, my mom is actually obviously she's retired now, but yeah, that's what she does for 40 years. She was
Wow.
in accounting division, and she does. I always notice that whenever she writes something on her CV, bookkeeper, but I didn't really bother asking what a bookkeeper is.
You learn something new. So you'll have a bit more of a different view of your
I
mother
know,
now,
I know.
Jay.
But do you like numbers and maths when you were younger? That's why you know. I know you just come across it wasn't your first choice, but looking back, was it something really that you're into maths, numbers? Because that's what it's all about, isn't it? Accounting.
It is, yeah, to be fair
It
to you. Because when I
involves
look
those.
back on
Yeah.
my life as a kid, I actually had a real knack for numbers. I never really realized. Because sometimes when you reminisce about your past, and I looked at my old school reports, my old school grades, I've always had really strong mathematical skills along with physics. And that's
Wow.
something I never realized I actually had. But it made a lot of sense as to how I can be able to quick fire numbers in my head, really.
Wow, that's really amazing. I just want to flash this. There's a comment here. I read one book about financial intelligence by Joe Knight and Karen Berman that the balance sheet is the most important than the income statement. From your experience of 22 years, what is your reaction to this if you encounter this book? Ayaw. Thank you very much for this question.
That is a very good question, to be fair. I mean, I can
Yeah.
totally understand where that person is coming from, but that's actually quite debatable because if you look at the balance sheet, that's basically that moment or that year's state of play as to where that person's company is actually standing. So you'll have at the top the fixed assets, so everything that's like buildings, machinery, vehicles, the value of that. Beneath that, you'll have the variable assets, which will be things like the money in the bank account, how much cash they've got, what money is owed to them, what money they owe, and any liabilities, any loans or anything they have. And in addition to that, total profits they made. So, although the balance sheet is a very important piece of the puzzle, I would say on par to it, the income sheet is just as important because you cannot have the balance sheet without the income sheet.
Yeah, everything is like a part of the whole, isn't it? So you
That's
can
right.
the whole cannot be a whole without its small parts. So that's why you said it's equally as important.
That's
Wow,
right.
that's really amazing.
Because even if
Thank
you
you for
look
that.
at most, even just to add to it, if you look at
Yeah.
most people's accounts, you won't just see balance sheet. Although in micro companies you will see the balance sheet, but on the slightly bigger companies you'll see income sheet and the balance sheet. You see both.
I see. Yeah. Amazing, amazing. It's like the first thing that came into my mind is the end doesn't always justify the means. Something like that.
Exactly.
So
Exactly like
how
that.
are you how did you arrive on this income statement that the final, the final one. Obviously you would like to probably in terms of analysis that's very important as well, isn't it? If you want to
It is,
analyze
yes.
a situation, then you need both You need both, like the
You
very
do, yeah.
details. Yeah, you have to look at the whole picture. Wow, thank you
Yep,
for
definitely.
that. Thank you for answering that, and thank you for um, posting that question. There's no name. Please tell me your name. It just says Facebook user. But thank you very much for that question, and thank you for answering that, Mohammed. And I would like to welcome Sonia De Castro Umali. Welcome here. Daniel Santos Bawingan, yes, from the Philippines. Yan. Naid Pakilit. Welcome here, Ate Edna. They're watching from the Philippines. Yan. Ayan. Oh, that was Joy Jimenez. That's actually my that's my very good friend, close friend in the Philippines who actually asked that question. He is an accountant himself, so that's why I didn't see that coming, paring Joy. That's my friend from the Philippines. He just said that was his question because yeah, he does. He's an accountant. He audits. Big money involved. He always tells me. But yeah, I mean, we all have our different talents and skills. So I mean, those are your skills. I'm not really good at numbers. For us nurses, as long as we can add and subtract, that's all that matters to us. Because of the medication, the medication. All right. Okay. So Mohammed, would you say that accounting or bookkeeping is a lucrative job? But before you answer that, just hold on to that question. Before you answer that question, I would like to pause for a commercial break, and we will be right back. Stay tuned.
Wash your hands or sanitize your hand. Wear your face mask and maintain a safe distance.
Give me hope, the strength, the will to keep on. No one else can make me feel this way, and only you could bring out all the best I can do. I believe you turn the tide. You make me feel real good inside. You push me up when I'm about to give up. You're on my side when no one seems to listen. And if you go, you know the tears can't help but show. You break this heart and tear it apart, and suddenly the madness starts. It's your smile, your face, your lips that I miss. Those sweet little eyes that stare at me and make me say I'm a Jew through all the way, 'cause it's you who fills the emptiness in me. It changes everything you see when I know I've got you with me. You push me up when I'm about to give up. You're on my side when no one seems to listen. And if you go, you know the tears can't help but show. You break this heart and tear it apart, and suddenly the madness starts. It's your smile, your face, your lips that I miss. Those sweet little eyes that stare at me and make me say I'm a Jew through all the way, 'cause it's you who fills the emptiness in me. It changes everything you see when I know I've got you with me. It's your smile, your face, your lips that I miss. Those sweet little eyes that stare at me and make me say I'm a Jew to all the way, 'cause it's you who fills the emptiness in me. It changes everything you see when I know I've got you with me. All right, we're back. We're back here. I always serenade my guests here in JhermiNATION.
Maybe
You
it should
say,
be a synergy.
all right. Oh, Sheena is here. Wow, beautiful song. Thank you very much, Sheena. Thank you very much, Sheena. Shout out to you because Sheena was the one who actually connected me and Mohammed. So Mohammed can be on this show. So thank you very much, Sheena. And hello, Mohammed Karolia. Look amazing. Yes, indeed. Thank you, thank you. Sonia de Castro Mali, welcome. Yeah. Joy Jimena, my kumpare, welcome. All right. So, Mohammed, and we're back. So, going back to the question, is an accountancy or a bookkeeping, is it a lucrative job?
It can be. It depends on how a person takes me. If a person will look at me and think, oh, he doesn't know my business, he's just a number cruncher, I won't be lucrative. But if you listen to what I'm trying to get to you and utilize the knowledge I'm trying to share, and they work with that knowledge to the best of their advantage with their own take on it, they can make a lot of money and it can be very, very useful for them.
Wow, that's an amazing answer. I love that one. It's like a win-win, isn't it? It's like a win-win. So you give your expertise, you give them the tool, the knowledge, so that they can further themselves with the knowledge that you've given to the person. And in return, of course, that is your profession. So you have to be paid accordingly to the service that you've given. Wow,
Exactly,
I love that answer. I love that. I love that. Amazing, amazing. Wow. So, tell us more about your company, B.O.W, which is do you pronounce it as Bowie, or when you talk to somebody, do you say look for Bowie or
Well,
your company?
I
That's a
say because we're
bookkeepers.
still.
Yep. Mhm.
Well, I'm just going to say it, Jay, because we're still in the early days of the company. We were formed in 2018. So we're still trying to find our full identity before we use the slogan. Because, as you know, it's the name JhermiNATION. It'd have taken you a bit of like trial or error before you found your identity. We're just like in the middle of that. So some people will say, oh, are you called B.O.W accountants or are you called Bookkeepers of West Yorkshire? I allow both because we're still trying to find our ID.
I see. Yeah. Test it, test it and see how people react, like Bowie or amazing, amazing. So you were formed back in 2018 and you are the sole founder or was it co-founded with your other friends or
Well, I'm the sole founder. However, the push came from my lovely wife because we were basically at the crossroads where we're going to go with life. We were saying, well, my eldest son needs a direction. He needs to go somewhere in life. And he didn't know where his identity was. And it was like a magical blend of my son, my wife, and me just working together. And before we came out with the company, and we've also got another 10-year-old son who's also a real loyal supporter, bless him. So the four of us work together to create a firm, and now we're just trying to find our true identity and promote that to help people the best we can and as fairly and as honestly as we can in conjunction with the laws of the UK.
Wow, amazing! It's good. It's like a family effort, a family business. It's a teamwork. It's a teamwork.
It is definitely. We got me doing the accounting, my wife and my eldest son being the bookkeepers, putting the paperwork together and advising what they've noticed that could be beneficial and what they feel, in their professional opinion, could help grow a partnered firm and advise them best we can. While we brainstorm and market for them and advise that, look, if you would talk to this person who is a bit more specialist in this area, they can help grow your company. And from what we've seen, this is the ways you could try and streamline your costs to make more money.
Wow, amazing. And it just comes into my mind, with the job that we're doing, like me, I'm a nurse. I can't really pass it to my children, but having a business, that is something that you can pass on to your children as well. So that's a key point there, isn't it? If they're thinking of putting up a business, because business is something that you can pass to your kids, right? So that's one key thing. But if you're on your job, you can't pass it to your kids.
Well,
so that's one main thing, isn't it?
To be fair, I think you've got a bit of I think you're like partly right, to be fair, Jay, because although you can't pass on a nursing business to a child.
No, a job. I'm talking about a job itself.
But you can pass on the knowledge.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's one thing you can pass on. So you do pass something on without realizing.
Yes, amazing. That's true. And it's something that they can use in their life as well.
That's right.
Amazing. That is true, right? Actually, yeah. And another question here. Is the 3 years net loss of certain company is going concern? Growing, what's that? Going or growing?
I think the person would mean growing concern. I would say yes and no, because in this current climate with the coronavirus and everything, a lot of people will have that concern that I'm hitting loss upon loss upon loss because of the pandemic and the inability and the limited resources available. So it could be a cause of concern. So you might want to look at the company again and potentially reinventing the company and reinventing yourself and really scrutinize where the real losses are coming from. I mean, are the expenses coming from areas that you can curve? Can you reinvest in areas that can potentially regrow and rebuild and reinvent the company?
Wow, amazing. I'm not an accountant, but In a business, if you're losing money or not making money, that means it's a growing concern already, isn't it?
It is, oh yeah, definitely a growing concern.
So yeah, so I mean 3 years is long enough, to
It
like
is, yeah.
realize. So yeah, so it is a growing concern if you're not making money or losing money,
Oh yeah,
even
definitely.
worse. And thank you for that question, Paring Joy from the Philippines. Sheena, the true family is the best. True, I agree to that one. And welcome here, Noel Cabaluna, yan, my classmate and friend in high school back in the Philippines. Ayan. Welcome here, welcome. Amazing, amazing. So, tell us. So earlier we had a brief, like overview of how an accountant is important into it. How how an accountant can play a part in somebody else's finance, whether you're an individual or a small or medium enterprise business owner, or especially for we have lots of nurses here in the UK, who are doing full time or even part time agency. So how does uh, tell us more about how accountant can be of great help to individuals and small or medium enterprise.
Well, I want to touch on the nurse side of it first because I do know that having a lot of friends from the Philippines, nursing and healthcare is a very lucrative area for you guys. So what I'm going to touch on is the IR35 rule that is in the UK. That's quite
Yeah.
popular. What people tend to do is set themselves up as a limited company. So
Mm.
people think limited companies think shop, business, premises. Not necessarily an individual can be a limited company as well. Like these footballers, that's what they do, is call themselves a limited company behind the scenes. Now, what
Mm.
they'll do is they'll sell their time. That's what they sell, their time, their ability, their knowledge, their experience. So when that's been sold, they create an invoice, give it to the company pays it in full. Now, technically, yes, the money is yours. However, how do you draw that down to assist you and be tax efficient? Well, the answer to that is looking at the gross income, you say to yourself, so much will go into petrol, X amount will go into my professional fees for licenses and practicing an ability, and for your phone, and so on and so forth. Even
Mm.
laptops, your
Yeah.
subscription to an accountancy package. Whatever's left over is what you pay yourself a wage. And whatever you pay yourself in a wage, you have to take away, in essence, the tax amount that you have to pay every month as well. Come the end of the
Mm.
year, once you've submitted your self-assessment, people will realize that, oh, wait a second, they've paid their taxes for the year. They don't need to pay a whole chunk come a month later. So that way it streamlines and helps the business. That's why the IR35 came about, to help manage accountants' work, to help manage the professionals' work, and
Mm.
to streamline the whole process for everybody. So that way people aren't building up a huge debt, closing down a limited company and starting again. And the government's losing money, the accountant's losing money, and in essence, the worst part is the person trying to do the work is losing a reputation, taking a huge hit on their credit score, and before they know it, they just sat there thinking to themselves, why did I do this? And it's not an ideal situation, but to do it properly, to work with the IR35 situation, you can make a lot of money and be very, very tax efficient and really boost your credit score.
Wow. And that's finances is something that school doesn't really teach us, isn't it? You have to learn it as you go along, and it
Oh, yeah.
depends on the people. It depends on the people who you come across with. Who do you listen to? Sometimes we just ask anybody else randomly, "What do you do?" But we don't realize, oh, why am I asking this person? We're just the same. I mean, what does he know about? So we have to consult somebody professional like you, who knows, who knows what it is really inside and out, who can give us the right advice. I think that is a main key because for everybody this is very common that, oh, whatever we hear, we just take it in. Not all informations are factual. Some of them are
That's
just
right.
hearsays as well, isn't it? So we have to really consult somebody who is, and it will even save us more because you are being directed in the right direction rather than oh, I heard this from, and then you went and do it, and then it failed because you didn't consult the right person. Isn't it?
Exactly.
It became an additional expense for you, so because you're trying to avoid paying an accountant, isn't it?
Definitely,
You
without a
ended
doubt.
up, yeah, you ended up spending more because you didn't go directly to the person who actually knows how to advise you properly. So that's really good, and especially it's the end of the tax year, so
Yes. Tax
it's
year's
time to
coming up.
file your financial report, and that is really good as well, because just looking into it, in our job we get tax, but automatically, obviously, we are taxed. That's part of the game. But if with limited company, one of the benefits is you got these tax deductibles, as what you mentioned, isn't it? Is that correct?
That's
You
right,
have tax
yes.
deductibles, your expenses, your uniform, your petrol, your subscriptions, which is related. Obviously, it should be related to your, if you form a limited company, right? So it could be tax
That's right, yeah.
deductible from that one. Yeah, and because when you get your salary, they take the tax away, and then you have other expenses, isn't it? But if you have a limited company, they take away, what do you call this one? Um, they take away all the taxes, and then the tax deductible, and then whatever is. Say, sorry, I got confused. Can you say that again?
So
Can you put in
basically, I think you work on the right lines, but what happens is, Jay, they will give you the money as a whole and say you deal with the tax. It's
Yeah,
your
yeah,
it's your problem, not ours. So
yeah.
when it comes down to paying your national insurance and your PAYE tax, that's something that the accountant will help advise and control for the IR35 client, because that is something that's part of the job. So when you get all the money and with all deductions, like you say, the phone, the professional fees, the travel, and so on and so forth, that's all part of the game. So that's you have to work on deducting all that. Whatever's left over, you pay yourself, and from that, whatever's left over, you pay a reduced amount of tax. If that
Yeah,
makes
that's the
sense.
one. That's the one. That's the one. That's what I'm
If
trying to
you
get at.
earn exactly, so if you earn £5,000, but you pay out 3,000, and you pay yourself a wage of 1,000, and you pay the rest out in dividends, hey, you made yourself a huge amount of money,
That's
and it's
correct.
all
That's correct.
legal. It's not.
That's
It's not
correct.
a
That's correct.
con. The worst part is
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
talk to people
yeah,
about
yeah,
this, they think it's a con. I go, it's not a con. It's
yeah.
IR35. That's the way it works.
Exactly. And they say it's a con because they're not familiar with it. That's the only.
Exactly.
It's just lack of information. That's why.
It
Lack of
is.
information. Yeah. But when I was doing a lot of agency ship as well, I had an experience with getting an accountant, and it was explained to me as well. But obviously it was a long time ago, so that's why I can't remember anymore exactly what to say earlier. All right. So I'm just wondering, if you are not an accountant right now, what would you be doing? Have you thought of your like alternate world? If you were not an accountant right now, what would you be doing? You think? Just
What
out
was
of
I gonna call?
interest. Just random question out there.
I think I'd probably just be doing sports and lots of
Oh,
sports.
I
Yeah, I
see.
love
You
my sport.
probably a what, a soccer football player, or you're probably playing professionally. You think?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Wow. And what, and is there anything else that you would like to accomplish? I know you're still establishing Bowie, but in the next few years, if that's already established, is there anything else that you would like to accomplish or to achieve, which is outside of what you're doing right now?
Whew, I think other things I'd like to accomplish and achieve would be just to be a good dad, really, to my sons, and to be a good husband to my wife, and to be the best friend, not just to my clients, but to my friends. So they know that they could rely on me, they could trust me, they know I'm always there for them. and basically anyone who I see as my own, in essence, because I see clients as my own people, I see my friends as my own people, and again, obviously your wife and children, and just give them my time, my life, to say that, look, I'm there for you. If you need advice, you need a bit of help, you need even just to get in the car and be dropped off down the road, I'll do that for you. Just be there for them, in essence.
Wow, amazing, amazing. I love that one. I mean, any business is a people business anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
We don't just deal with product or services. We're dealing with people here. So any
Yes,
business
yeah.
is actually a people business. So that's good. You started out as strangers, you become your client, and then eventually, in the long run, they actually become your friend.
They
Very
do,
very
yeah.
good friend. Yeah, and that is really really good. I would like to welcome Brandon Benedict Cruz. Welcome here. Joy Meneses. Noel Cabaluna. Welcome here. We have Sam UL Garcia. Welcome here. Arlene Pilon Velasco and Sheena Chang. And Arlene Pilon Velasco, I am watching from the Philippines. Welcome, welcome, welcome here. Yeah, that's really amazing. And just a little bit of icebreaker before we wrap this up. I have a little bit of icebreaker for you. So basically, I'm going to flash a picture and just describe in one word. Yeah? Ready for this one?
Cool.
Just a bit of icebreaker. Okay, so just describe in one word. And I hope you recognize them as well.
In
Can you see
one
the
word.
picture?
Yep, I can see him. How would I describe this gentleman in one word? Successful.
Successful. Next one.
Intelligent.
Intelligent.
Funny.
Funny.
Strict.
Strict. I thought you were gonna say F word.
That's a good one. Ooh, talented.
Talented.
Salesman.
Salesman.
Ooh, posh.
Posh.
Authoritative.
Authoritative. How about this one? Just randomly.
Mr. B. Clumsy.
Sorry?
Clumsy.
Clumsy. How about this one?
Right. Borat.
Borat.
How can I describe him in one word? Controversial.
Controversial. I hope you enjoyed that one, Mohammed.
No
All right. Okay, Mohammed. I always ask this question. If time and money is not a problem for you, what would you like to do? What would you like to do?
In what respect?
In life, in general.
What would I like to do?
Yeah, if time and money is not a problem for you, it's not a concern. You got all the time, you got the money.
If I had time and I had money, I would say I would devote my life to God. Because at the end of the day, He is the creator, and I'm a believer. I'm a strong believer in the Lord and in Jesus, in the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon them both, that they came here for a reason. And it was to let us know that be good to each other. Be good to each other, and always remember God is watching. And I probably would say I'd give my time to God, and to say that give my money to the fellow man for charity, to say we need to look after one another. We need to go to heaven together and get all in heaven, in essence.
Amazing. I love that. And I just remembered, this passage that, or this quote that, whatever talents and abilities we have is a gift from God,
It is.
But how we become, what we become as a person is our gift to Him. So that's exactly what
Yes.
you are, what we should do. Give back everything to
Definitely.
God. And yeah, amazing, amazing. And before we wrap this up, this is I always ask this question. I call this the dinner question, or maybe lunch question. Because it's
No
lunchtime. All
problem.
right. If you're going to have lunch or dinner with somebody, anybody in this world, even though this person is no longer existing, big personality, anybody you could think of, who is this person that you would like to have lunch or dinner with? And what question? Why? And what question would you ask this person?
Wow. Anyone in the world, right, that's ever existed. I know a lot of people tend to think 18th century onwards, going as far back maybe as Genghis Khan, but I'm going to go a lot further back. And I'm going to say the father of humanity himself, Adam.
Adam. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Why Adam?
Why Adam? Because he's the father of humanity.
Humanity. Okay. And
And
what question would you ask him?
what question would I ask him? What question would I ask him would be, looking at the world in the current day, what is his take on it?
Right. Amazing, yeah.
Because you have to remember, he came in and he lived in a cave. If he looked at the
Yeah.
mansions and he looked at places like London, New York, Dubai, California, what would he make of it? What would he say that the heritage he's left on Earth?
Yeah.
What would his take be on it? What would he think? Looking at all that, what we've achieved, mobile phones, plumbing, the harness of electricity. What would he think when he saw that?
Yeah. Wow. That's so deep. Love that.
Deep.
Love that question. Yeah. Love that question. Right, Mohammed. So thank you for doing this here in JhermiNATION, for guesting here. I enjoyed interviewing you, and I pick up a lot of things as well. And is there anything that you would like to obviously promote your company? If you would like to greet somebody or thank anybody, the floor is yours. Anything that you would like to say? Any parting words before we call
Parting
this
words. Well,
thing?
parting words would be thank you for the interview to begin with, and a huge shout out to the people at Mr. and Miss Cosmo Globe, and to the owner of Mr. and Miss Cosmo Globe. And I'd just like to say thank you for the word, and thank you, Sheena Chang, for setting all this up. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, amazing. And of course, don't forget to visit the website. I think it's BOWY.co.uk, right?
That's
And
right.
yeah, and any information that would like to know, they get an email which is info@boyw.co.uk. Is that correct?
That's correct. And if and if they ever have any issues, to email me directly at mohammed@bowy.co.uk. If you just
All
email me
right.
directly, if you wish.
Yes, yes. And you can find Mohammed as well. Mohammed Karolia in Facebook. Yeah, can they also reach out to you in Facebook if they have any problems or anything? If they want to consult.
Excellent.
Yeah, yeah. And just like to greet Lulay of all aces. Welcome here, Lulay. Thank you, thank you. Please check out her YouTube channel as well, Lulay of all aces. It's also one of our columnists in One Philippines. Same as Sheena, One Philippines News Magazine UK. It's out now. All right. So thank you very much, Mohammed. Let me see if there's any questions here. All right. Yeah. Just looking at if there's any question. Oh, self-assessment. Self-assessment. Can you tell us about the self-assessment? Is this something that everybody has to do? Self-assessment of tax?
Yes. If you are self-employed in any way, shape, or form, whether it be sole trader, limited company, part of a PLC, it doesn't make a difference. As long as you're self-employed, you have to do self-assessment.
Self-employed. Okay. What if you're like in your full-time? If you have a full-time job and you're not doing any, because if you're in a full-time job, the NHS trust will automatically deduct the tax from you, isn't it? Do you
That's
still
right,
need to do a
yes.
self-assessment? You still need to do a
No, you don't need to
self-assessment?
do a self-assessment, but if you were self-employed in the past, it's best
I
to
see.
seek your accountant's advice to see where you need to be at, because those figures will still need to be submitted to HMRC, because they'll want to know if you've done any additional work
I
alongside
see.
of your side employment.
All right. So on top of say for instance, if you're doing agency or bank shift, and then don't they automatically deduct it from your the agency or the in-house bank? Don't
They
they
do.
automatically deduct?
They do. But the self-assessment is more a declaration to say that this is what I've done in the year.
All right. Okay. It's a declaration. Wow. Thank you very much, Mohammed, for your time in here. And I know you don't drink alcohol, but cheers to you.
Cheers.
You said you will choose wine, so that's a wine, although it's virtual. I
Love
truly
it.
thank you very much, Mohammed. As we all know, accounting is not something that we encounter all the time. So it's really good to shine a light on this topic, especially for my colleagues. Nurses, we do a lot of bank shifts, agency shifts. Whether full time or part time. So it's really very important that we approach the right professional person so that we will be led into the right direction. So it will, in effect, in the long term, it will save us money rather than doing it
That's right.
yourself, guesswork, and then you didn't do something right, and then you were deducted this large amount of money because you didn't do it right. So
That's
in the end,
right.
it will
Yeah.
cost you more money and more effort and more time. So there you go. So thank you very much, Muhammad. So everybody, let's give it up for Mohammed Karolia, an accountant and also the founder and owner of B.O.W., which is B.O.W.Y., which is Bookkeepers of West Yorkshire, right?
That's right.
Bookkeepers of West Yorkshire Limited, Accountants Limited. Wow, thank you very much, Mohammed. Thank you
No
for your
problem.
time in here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay safe and all the best.
All the best, Jay. Take care.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye. There you go. So that's our very special guest for today. And I'm pretty sure you have learned a lot from our live stream today. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. So what is your takeaway? Yeah. I always ask this magic question to my live audience because you have invested your time here in JhermiNATION for the last hour and 15 minutes and 57 seconds and still counting. Ayan, so what is your takeaway? Please comment below what is your takeaway. And I would like to thank all those who are watch us today. Some UEL Garcia, Arlene Pilon Velasco, Sina Chang. Shout out to you for connecting me to Mohammed. Also have Brandon Benedict Cruz watching from the Philippines. Joy Meneses, Welcome Aluna, Sonia De Castro Umali, Daniel Santos Bawingan, Nay Pakilit, Carlito Arin. Thank you for all your comments, for your questions, and I hope you enjoyed and picked up and learned something from our episode today. This is our 50th episode of JhermiNATION. And so, what's next in JhermiNATION? So, we will be back on Wednesday. So, what's next? Here's what's next in JhermiNATION on Wednesday. Yes. So last Wednesday, we had two candidates from Mrs. Philippines Eurasia 2022. And this coming Wednesday, wow, two more beauty queens. Plus my co-host will be the reigning queen of Mrs. Philippines Eurasia, Mrs. Pearl Eurasia 2021, and also Queen of Charity, Daisy Esguera. Yeah, she will be my co-host again. And we have two lovely candidates, Mrs. Cebu, representing Mrs. Cebu, and Mrs. Quezon City. Yeah, but they're actually here in the UK. But that's where they are from in the Philippines. And the advocacy and charity that they are supporting. So that's yeah. So this is the home of the beauty queens, JhermiNATION. I would love to claim that one. Amazing, amazing. All right. Okay. So as for me, always remember the quality of our life will depend on the quality of the thoughts that we are thinking. Always make sure that you plant those seeds of positivity in your mind every single day and moment, and let it germinate so that one day you will see the better version of yourself. Okay, so this is Jeremy of JhermiNATION. Thank you, everyone, and stay safe, and see you again next Wednesday. And don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and give our Facebook page like and a follow. Show us some love and appreciation. And don't forget as well, this coming Thursday we will have I think the fourth episode of Kabayan Europe at the GFN channel, a global Filipino network channel, with my co-host from Denmark, Suzette Ling. Ayan, so we have a special guest from Denmark as well. So the first episode we went the second episode we've been to UK, and then last time we went to Germany. So on Thursday we will be going to Denmark, where our co-host is also from. Yeah, so don't forget 7 o'clock, Kabayan Europe. So just watch this space for more information who will be our guests for Thursday, this coming Thursday. All right, so see you everyone, and bye for now. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate it, taking your time to be here and joining us here in JhermiNATION. All right, thank you very much. Okay, bye for now.
Hello everyone! As we are growing our community, we would like you to be part of JhermiNATION. So if you like our episodes for today, please don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and to like and follow our Facebook page, JhermiNATION, and to share the videos to all those people who you think will benefit from it. And if you know anybody whose life story is inspiring, or even your life story can be inspiring, please get in touch with us, because you'll never know. You will be our next special guest for our next episode, because we believe that your life story is worth live streaming. And don't forget to watch our live stream shows every Wednesdays, 7:30 in the evening, and on Sundays, 11 o'clock in the morning, and that's UK time. See you next time. This is Jeremy of JhermiNATION.